you need to do is just keep building, keep putting the blocks down every single day. I always like using this term, which is building a brick by brick and using that to build a house. Building that life that you want, building that sustainable life that you deserve, all just by keep on going. Because it's so easy to lose focus and to lose the plot of where you're trying to go, all because of trying to figure out when it's gonna happen. When is my breakthrough is gonna happen? When I'm gonna finally get what I deserve? And we all ask that question, but sometimes you just have to keep on building. Because at the end of the day, it's a long, tedious process, but once you break through and you finally get what you want, it'll be all worth it. But while you're on the come up, it's a journey. And that's why I always continuously use the word journey in my videos, because that is exactly what it is. So if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, turn on post notifications, and we're going to get into the video of just basically forgetting the concept of waiting and just building. I think that we all want to have a perfect life. We want to have things happen fast for us, and sometimes those things will never happen fast because we live in a different time where everything is fast. Technically, you post on TikTok, you get fast views. You heat up some food in the microwave, it gets hot fast. You drive your car to work, obviously it takes time, but you get there a lot faster than walking. So there's just so many different outlooks on what we preserve on life, is that we constantly think we have to have it fast. But the biggest motivation of what I was talking about in my previous videos is that you gotta have patience. Stop obsessing over the timeline, because the timeline is going to just be for what it is. The timeline is never going to change, and what you want is going to come when you just stop obsessing over when it's going to come. I think that if you don't control when the opportunity comes, that is also something that can help you, because you're no longer putting yourself in a position to feel like you have to have it at a certain point. And when you constantly control things, sometimes that does start with anxiety. The anxiety of wanting something to obtain, but you never know when you're going to obtain it. So just having that mindset of just building and just preserving all of your energy in the things that matter more. And what matters most is usually just you focusing more on replacing when with what's next. What you decide whether or not what is next for you is going to keep a building block on what you can control. And that's just purely on what you have to do better to improve for the next day, or improve for that moment in time to become better. You know that you put in that work. You know you put in all the pain and hours into crafting what you want. You know what you went through. You know it took months. You know it took years. So just know that your vision is something that takes time, and you have to be willing to build it. You can't second guess nothing. You can't control the outcome. But what you can control is your emotions towards the outcome. So just focus on building, planning, and executing what you love to do, and leave it as that. And just know that it is a building game. It takes time to structure it. Just imagine if y'all got everything you ever wanted in life. Say if you want that car, you want that house, you want that dream girl, all those different things is what you're kind of pursuing. Just imagine this. You're pursuing this, but let's just say you got it easy. You got it all together, you got it all figured out, and you finally got it. It's almost like you beat the game. You fully beat the game, and what else is there to do? At the end of the day, we all gonna continuously have dreams, and we're all continuously gonna want more for ourselves. But it's like, just imagine if you really got everything that you ever wanted. How would you feel about that? What would be your outcome? What would be your life after? Like, what would I do if I had got everything I ever wanted? What would my life be like if I just had no longer had to work, no longer had to do anything, but just live life? Granted, I would rather cry in a Rolls Royce than cry in a Toyota. But I do want to talk about when it comes to just enjoying the journey of whatever you're going through, whatever you're building, whatever your dreams and aspirations are. Like, all that is, it's a fun process when you just enjoy the moment of where you at, because the building aspect is what counts the most. You're able to learn about the trials and tribulations that you've gone through towards trying to reach what you want. And even if it takes time, let's say if it takes 5, 10 years, or even more than that, some people get it way further than that. But the true aspect of it all is that the building process is the most fun part, because it's never really about the destination. It's always about the journey. And when you get into your 70s, 80s, I still don't consider that old. But when you get to that point and you have grandkids and you look back one day, you're going to start telling your grandchildren everything that you went through, all the crying, all the trials of trying to figure things out. And all that is really stemming back towards the journey, all of it. Because usually that's the most fun part. I remember hearing 50 Cent saying, he said that his most fun part in his career was when he was coming up, because everybody was still trying to figure it out, and things was a little bit more easier because people weren't trying to, get money off him and all these different scenarios. But it's usually just the process of trying to make it is what usually makes it the most fun. For example, let's think of the materialistic things that y'all already have or y'all ever wanted. Let's say an iPhone, a car, a PlayStation, whatever the case is. Remember that feeling you had before you got it? Just visually remember before you obtained it, how you felt about it. And think about when you finally actually got it, towards the feeling that it was before you actually had it. It's just two different feelings. When you don't have it, it's like, oh man, I need it, I want it. But then when you actually get it, it's like, okay, I finally got it. So what's next? So that's the same concept what it is about building the life that you're currently working on, is to just appreciate and to have gratitude towards the journey and the building process of it, because that's the most important part of your career or your life. That's just what it is. It's just by nature. And that's why I say do not focus so much on when you're going to get it, because you're going to get it. But it all stems off towards of just letting it be and letting it just naturally come to you. I always talk about this in my videos for a reason, because I understand that that's just what it is. That is what it is at the end of the day. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, turn on post notifications once again, and I'll catch you guys on to the next video.